Welcome back to the Kelly File. A new fallout tonight from a town hall meeting featuring 2016 Democratic candidate Governor Martin O'Malley. Yes, more than Hillary are running on the Democratic side. He was addressing what he thought was a friendly audience of liberal activists. But man, did they turn on the former governor of Maryland when he had the nerve to say this. Listen.
Every life matters, and that is why this issue is so important. Black lives matter. White lives matter. All lives matter.
Later that same day came Governor O'Malley's apology.
I believe what I first said was that Black lives matter before those other two phrases. That was a mistake on my part, and I meant no disrespect, and I did not mean to be insensitive.
Kevin Jackson is the executive director of the BlackSphere.net and author of the book Race Pimping. And Mark Hanna was a campaign aide for President Obama and John Kerry's presidential campaigns and is now an adjunct professor of media studies at the New School.
Hi, Megan.
Really? Really? I get the context in which the original remark was offered, but it's to the point now, Kevin, where he has to apologize for saying all lives matter.
Yeah, it is. It's to that point now. It's crazy. And what's interesting, Megan, if you notice when he said white lives matter, oh, that's when he got the most vitriol from the audience because you white people are evil. They booed. Yeah, the same party that booed God or didn't want God at their convention booed white people too. So, hey, maybe white people are God. Look, this is the most idiotic thing I think I've seen in a long time. The fact of the matter is that the meme and the narratives are set around Black Lives Matter should be called Black Lies Matter, because they don't want to talk about the real issues around why black lives haven't mattered. It isn't because of cops. It isn't because of America. It's because of the behavior of liberal blacks and the system that is made black people, unfortunately, put in situations where they are disproportionately criminals. And so this idea that you can't come over the top of that and say, don't all lives matter? What, 87% of this country's lives don't matter because black lives do?
And I mean, Mark, the thing is, way to get the other half to listen to you, right? I mean, how are white people going to respond to the booing of the fact that their lives should matter?
Yeah, I don't think anybody disagrees with the statement that all lives matter. I don't think any of those
I think you're wrong about that.
Protesters disagree with that. But let's listen to this in context. What was happening there was a protest that erupted about the Black Lives Matter. Obviously, there's been a lot of frustration in the black community over news of a new woman that was died in police custody again in Texas. And so
no proof that was by an intentional action by a police officer whatsoever.
No, well, we should reserve judgment and wait to see how this unfolds.
We should have in the Michael Brown case in Ferguson, which helped give birth to the Black Lives Matter movement.
The fact of the matter is,
and it was based on a lie.
The fact of the matter is more than 400, about 400 people have died at the hands, unarmed people at the hands of police, and a disproportionate number, and I'm sure Kevin is outraged by this, a disproportionate number of those is black. Now, listen to why this is insensitive.
But way more white people have been killed at the hands of police officers over the past 2 years than blacks have.
If you look at proportions, that's not
exactly right.
There's a proportion more black members of the community have. But
go ahead. It's Kevin's turn. Go ahead, Kevin.
Absolutely. Look, it's absolute fallacy. And it's what these guys do. They come on all the time. They spew out this nonsense data because they know that the least common denominator is not going to check it. It's nonsense. White people are killed in disproportionately more high numbers in percentage to crime than blacks. And you don't see white people running around talking about white lives matter. And to your original point, the very first thing out of your mouth was, oh, I don't believe people believe that. They booed when they said all white lives matter.
Right. And the reason
what are you going to ignore that?
I'll tell you the reason that was so tone deaf. Megan, you reported last week on this major tragedy. Kate Steinle, this woman died in San Francisco. If I was on your show and you said something like, the murderer of Kate Steinle should be brought to justice, and then I responded, well, every murderer should be brought to justice, nobody disagrees with that, but it would be miserably insensitive for me to say that in that context. It's deflecting.
No,
Kevin used this word, big word.
There's no deflection
Kevin, let me just
here.
finish real quick. You used this big word fallacy. The fallacy that is called, for my fellow nerds out there, is a fallacy of illicit transference. It's a non sequitur, and frankly,
a lot of
it's
fancy words.
Yeah, you know, and it's
Wow,
why it's why
okay.
people
Non sequitur.
why Martin O'Malley why he apologized.
Not Martin O'Malley. I mean,
No,
you
no,
tell
no,
me,
that's not
Kevin.
why he- that's not why he
was that
apologized.
an absence of backbone moment? Was that an opportunity for Martin O'Malley to look at the crowd and say, that kind of attitude is not going to help the cause?
He could have.
Absolutely.
Go
Absolutely.
ahead.
He missed his moment. He missed his presidential moment right there to say, you know what, folks? All lives matter. I don't care what you think. I'm not trying to be president so I can be president of black people. I'm president of everybody. And that was his time. And he could have gone on to say, if black lives matter so much, why don't they matter to you with abortion? Why don't they matter to you when black people are killing each other in record numbers and disproportionate numbers in your own communities? Or why doesn't it matter when the people that call themselves African Americans don't care about the genocide that's happening in the motherland?
That wouldn't have
There are
been,
many
like,
things
that
O'Malley
wouldn't
could have
exactly have
said.
been a barn burner
You can-
in the speech. Go ahead, Mark.
You can accuse Martin O'Malley of a lot of things, but everybody who's watching this show, who's seen The Wire, the mayor character on The Wire on HBO was based on his character. He has looked out for an untold number of black lives as a mayor of Baltimore. He has been a champion for African Americans.
How many times have we heard
So-
among the GOP field?
Yes.
Oh, that may play with the GOP base, but they're going to get killed in a general election with that kind of rhetoric. Guess what, Governor
No, but
O'Malley?
Megan,
Guess what?
Megan, it's even better. It's even better. O'Malley presided over the state of Maryland and as mayor of Baltimore, and I don't know a year that they haven't been in the top 10 for murders. And again, those murders are at the
Listen,
hands
I
of
lived in
blacks killing other
Baltimore
blacks.
for a short time when he was mayor,
under his
and I
leadership.
will say I saw him out there picking up trash on Trash Day. So there you go.
And those statistics
We'll
improved
end
under
on that
his
happy
leadership.
note. Bye.
Bye, Megan.
Well, Donald Trump is getting slammed in the press for questions